Video games are fun. Some would say they're really fun. Legacy is something that a lot of people like to talk about. Impact. Who's the GOAT of some prospective sport? Is Nick Cannon the GOAT of having children? When talking about video games, much like movies, we divide them by console era, decades, summers, and even years. All of this has led me to wonder, what's the best year for video games? I've compiled a list of the 10 best years of gaming, and with the help of my friends, I have ranked them in order of greatness. Welcome back to Watch Mojo, where today we'll be listing the top 10 greatest years for video games. 2013 had some big hits like GTA 5 and The Last of Us, and some games that, while not instantly popular, have really become parts of the gaming culture. Metal Gear Rising and the Stanley Parable have both become games with dedicated fan bases, and when you add on Rayman Legends and BioShock Infinite, you get a pretty good year. Also, Kahoot came out in 2013.
Commercials were gas.
No, you put Kahoot on here. You're not real.
Kahoot, I don't.
Came out in 2013. Here's a full list of notable games from 2013. "2023 was a pretty good year. The obvious standout was Baldur's Gate, a massive RPG everyone was talking about. Along with that, we got some pretty good remakes, which, while derivative, I feel are different enough from their original titles to be considered for this list. I really had fun in 2023 with Tears of the Kingdom, which I think a lot of people are able to relate to. The game was just so interesting and experimental with its mechanics. I was able to put 70 hours into it easily, not really getting bored at all. It was a great year. Here's a full list of games from 2023. Obviously, these lists are not complete. There are going to be games I missed, but lists are subjective anyway. Stop complaining about my video. I originally didn't include 2016 on this list, but then I got yelled at.
What Kyle completely skipped 2016? We did have Titanfall 2, Overwatch, Dark Souls 3, Stardew Valley, PvZ, Garden Warfare 2, Firewatch.
That's crazy.
Battlefield
That's crazy. That's crazy.
2016 is a great year for video games, but the original reason I didn't include it is because it lacks a really big game that separates it from the pack. Still, we had great releases in Dark Souls 3, Overwatch, Doom 2016, and Uncharted 4. All of these games, besides Overwatch, have really had long-lasting impacts that really honestly indicated the modern gaming industry we are in right now. Combine those with an indie hit like Super Hot or Inside, and you got a pretty good year on your hands. Here's a list of games released in 2016. There are big releases all across 2018, but it really was a year of Sony. God of War and Spider-Man are the games that define the PS4 generation for good reason. They are a lot of fun. Combine that with a great Nintendo release and Rockstar Games' best release ever, and you got a great year on your hands. Here's the list of games released over 2018. While 2018 was Sony's year, 2017 was Nintendo's year, boosted behind the release of the Nintendo Switch. We got Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, two games which still kind of define the Switch. 2017 really stands on its own as the best year of the Switch generation. Also Hollow Knight, holy shit. Here's a list of games released over 2017. The 2000s are really the years for video games, and you're about to see a lot of those come up in the top 5. Starting off, we have 2008, which is headlined by GTA 4, but also comes with bangers like Fallout 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Mario Kart Wii. The cool part about the 2000s is we can start to consider the Call of Duty games as well. They were actually good back then. This year we had World of War, which is the weakest on this list, but we got some real bangers coming up. Here's a list of games released in 2008. Yo, Halo. 2007, coincidentally the year I was born, was also a great year for gamers. Along with Halo 3, we had Call of Duty 4, Portal, God of War 2, Mass Effect, the first Witcher game, and even Team Fortress 2. You'd think I would have more to say as we get further down the list, but honestly, these games just speak for themselves. If you don't know these games, then you're not really a gamer. You're a fake. A phony. Here's a list of games released in 2007. finishing off the 07 to the 09 trilogy is coincidentally the last year, 09. They truly did save the best for last. This year had Minecraft, Modern Warfare 2, the good one, Bayonetta, Uncharted 2, and most importantly, Plants vs. Zombies.
The Minecraft.
You should have just put a picture of Plants vs. Zombies.
I think we may have a slight bias. Here's a list of games released in 2009. This one's for all my old heads. When you Google what the best year for gaming is, you're probably gonna get 1999. It had F-Zero, it had Marvel vs. Capcom, it had StarCraft, it had The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. If you aren't impressed yet, I know Gex will impress you. It's one of the funniest video games ever made.
Well, you're also con.
And we have Gex.
Oh, unlucky.
Everyone loves Gex.
100 Gex.
Yeah,
Oh, that's tough.
Gex.
Dude, enter the game. Well, he got a suit on and everything.
Yeah, he's pretty tough.
Here's a list of the games released in 1998. They speak for themselves. Half-Life 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metroid Prime 2, Pokemon Ruby, CS Source, GTA San Andreas, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, KOTOR 2, The Sims 2, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Halo 2. This year speaks for itself. There's truly a reason it's number one. It slaps. Here's a list of the games released in 2004. This list is biased. Me and my friends are morons and don't really know how to actually rank years for video games. You can discuss what you think those biases are in the comments. Still though, I think it's a good list. Anyway, I'm gonna go play Elden Ring DLC now. I'll see you next week.